Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And a big-time win streak is on the line today, Chris.
No one's really sure how much a manager impacts wins and losses over the course of the season, but I'll say right now, this manager has been making all the right moves.
Just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Jordan Wicks. What do we have on him?
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
Ready to go? Here's Paul Goldschmidt. That one finds the zone. And this one is off and running. Swing and a miss at one above the zone.
Got away with that. Let the curveball up a little bit. He's going to have to finish it if it's going to be an effective pitch.
There's a swing and a drive. Off the scoreboard and out of here. A mammoth blast to right. It just got out of here. His 66th home run of the season, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Nabs it. One away. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. A lot of bat-to-ball skill in this offense, Chris. Very tough outs all over the place, and they're sporting the best team batting average in the league right now.
Well, clearly they're good hitters, Boog, but I'll tell you from experience, when you're on the other side of the field, you look at these players and you just say, man, this team is lucky, because you feel like your team hits balls like that and they just don't find the holes that they seem to find. So I think it's a combination of being really good hitters, but also being lucky, and that's what this game is all about.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bellinger sizing it up. Drops into the glove. That's out number 2.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Here's some real power at the plate. Dimitri. Now a blast to left center. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. A gigantic blast. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 2-0. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And now it's Ivan Herrera.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Could be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity. And at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 2 for 9 so far in the series. That one ripped. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. A massive home run. Home run number 50 on the year. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
On the ground to short, Swanson. Throws to first in time. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring.
Face blue question mark.
Back here at Wrigley Field. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, it's Miles Michaelis. Going to be hard to top his last start, Singy.
He was outstanding. Complete game shutout. He got some great support from his defense. He's got the swing and miss stuff. Everything working for him. We'll see if he's got it today.
Bottom of the first. Here's Nico Horner. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. The wind of the pitch. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Here comes the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Mike Tauchman in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
That's in for a strike at 95.
1-1.
And it's 1-1. A little bit low. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. One down, base is empty. And another ball.
3-1.
The pitch. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. That one lifted to left. As this one sized up. Makes the grab. And there are 2 outs. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. This team, Chris, not one that gets a lot of production from hitting homers, so they've got to find offense in other ways.
Yeah, Boog, hit sequencing is so important for this team. You know, getting that walk at the right time, coming up with that next knock or extra base hit so that you can actually play to run. If not, then you see the record go in the direct opposite direction.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He doesn't have a play, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. Christopher Morel, the next Cub to hit. 2 for 7 in the series so far. And that one clips the corner. That's to third. Fires over to first. And the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down 4-0. And we're back. New inning getting started. Now it's going to be number 91. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. There's a strike.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
And that's a base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Miles Michaelis stands in now and watches strike 1.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Step off, throw to first, and he's back in there.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
That one is absolutely belted. Bellinger going back on this one. And it's off the wall. Around third. Relay throw home. Head first slide, and he's safe. Go ahead, Singy, say it. Helps his cause.
Helps his cause. Get that guy a jacket. He might be standing out there for a little while.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jordan Wicks done for the afternoon, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Number 48 into the game. He last pitched 2 days ago. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. He's already homered in this game. Just missed. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Man at second. He was late there, strike 1. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Michaelis leads off second with nobody out. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Tosses to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him up on the hand, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat companies, they're pretty happy when guys like this come in out of the bullpen.
And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. That one at triple digits. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Mark Leiter Jr. up and loosening in the pen. Oh and 2 now. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Bellinger makes the grab. Runner tagging and heading for home. And now the runner will score from third on a wild throw. 2 outs, base is empty. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
Hard hit right side. That's out number 3. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Cubs nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2 in half up to hit.
clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Michaelis back to work. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball one. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a Gold Glover. And a pitch. Ground ball right side. Gorman to first. That's one out the bottom of the second.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, Dansby.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Strike one. Michaelis, multi-time all-star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup.
Happy Thanksgiving, Honcho. Good morning, bro. Emoji folded hands. Happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours. Emoji sign of the horns, light skin tone. Emoji cool smile. Emoji sign of the horns, light skin tone. Happy Thanksgiving, Lenora. Morning, bro. I hope everyone is doing this morning.
One down, base is empty. Fastball for a strike. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Got him. Two gone now.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And the batter now, Spencer Torkelson. That clips the zone, and it's 0-1. Here comes a pitch. Right side. Throws to first. And they get Torkelson for the out. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Demetrius Lewis. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Wastes no time there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So digging in, Ivan Herrera. A double and a run scored his first time up. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Herrera goes 5 feet 11 inches, 220 pounds. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit. The throw in, not in time. And we've got runners at first and third to open the inning.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He's already homered here in this one. Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. That was blasted to the moon. His 51st home run of the year. And they boost their lead. It's 9-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Off the plate inside, and that's ball one. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. This one smoked on its way out of here. They go back-to-back. His 47th home run of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 10-0, and their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up the ball club.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mark Leiter Jr.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Here's the left fielder. Singled and scored his first time. Ground ball up the middle. Over to first. And one away in the top of the 3rd. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Miles Michaelis. Doubled in his first AB. Hit hard. That gets through. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Pitcher gets himself on base. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Back to the top of the lineup. And up next for St. Louis, Paul Goldschmidt. That one finds the zone. 0-1. And a pitch. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. But 2-round trip. Back here at the friendly confines. Here's Yan Gomes.
The catcher, Yan.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
1 ball, no strikes.
Yan Gomes waits. On the ground to first. Takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 9th, the pitcher,
Mark Leiter Jr. digs in now. In there, and it's 0-1. Kicks and deals. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Drifts towards it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Nico Hoerner.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. Two down, nobody on. And that's a fair ball. So man aboard. Here's Mike Tauchman. He's 0 for 1. That clips the inside corner for a strike. The Cubs with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of the third. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Arenado snags it, and that is that. Cubs leave one, not looking good. They're down. Back here at Wrigley Field, out of the fourth. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Tattooed and gone. So he just clears the wall, and they add to their lead. It's 11-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Base hit, center field. Man, Siggy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
At the plate, Demetrius Lewis. And there's a foul ball. Righty delivers. And a foul ball.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
0-2 now. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. At the belt and fires. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
The 0-2. Got him looking for the K. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees. Ivan Herrera, the next to hit.
Ivan Herrera.
In the air, center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down. Oh, he throws it away.
The batter, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Man at first, now the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Bounce to the left side, and that's just foul.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
In the dirt, and the runner holds. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Right-handed reliever. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one ripped left field. Gone. That one barely got out of here. His 52nd home run of the season. And they add a couple more. It's 13-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. He's put putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Check swing, went around. That's strike one.
No balls, 1 strike.
This to third. Can't glove it cleanly. Save. Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning. So 2 down. Now the left fielder, 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Wynn off of first with 2 away. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Here comes Cody Bellinger. The right-hander back to work. That's in there. It's 0-1.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
And that one sliced foul. Right-hander kicks, deals. Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
The wind of the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Righty to the plate. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And they'll do it again. The wind and the pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's a 2-2. Stays alive.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
The 2-2 on the way. On the ground to third. Whips it across. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Christopher Morel. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
What a suck.
through there for a strike. The Cubbies with a lot of ground to make up here in Game 3 of this 4-game series.
Hello, Spencer.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Happ swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. The 0-1.
Ball outside.
2 outs, base is empty. That one catches the zone, and it's 1-2. And he deals. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. Julian Merriweather gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
Ground ball, Torkelson. He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So the batting order turns over. And here's Paul Goldschmidt. On the ground to the left. And they get Goldschmidt for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Smoke to right, but he's got it. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the 5th coming up. Cardinals out in front, 13-0. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the inning. And now the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Michaelis back to work. Outside corner, there's a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Next one misses, and the count even 1-1. Kicks and fires. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Cubs.
So up next, Spencer Torkelson. 0 for 1 so far. There's a strike.
You know, these Cubs need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And here it comes. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Man at first, Yan Gomes, the next Cub to hit. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. To the right side. And he grabs it in foul ground. And the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The Redbirds up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. Into center. Donovan gets under it. Donovan makes the play.
Now batting, the pitcher, Julian Merritt.
Craig Counsell going with a pinch hitter here.
Number 8.
Jordan Walker, the runner on first with 2 gone for him.
Walker.
In there at the knees. Strike 1.
Ooh, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Two outs. Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. The pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Herrera makes the play, and it's out number 3. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Hector Neris.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
The pitch. Fought off foul. That one missed. And a pitch. Swing and a base hit. Demetrius Lewis will hit next. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Now that's smacked to right center. Bellinger makes the grab, and there's one down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Tuchman moving under it. He makes the catch, and there's two down. This to third. Throw on to Torkelson. That ends the frame. One hit, one left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. Cardinals lead it 13-0. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Horner, a former Gold Glove winner, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. And now time is called as there's a visit to the mound. Just talking things over, nobody getting loose out in the pen, so a little consultation. Michaelis back to work. There's a strike. And a pitch. Ripped on a line. One down.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
That one the other way, and that's down, a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Bellinger in the box again, takes the strike. There's a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. To third. He's in there.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
And here is Christopher Morel. Quick feed to second for one. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. St. Louis out in front. 13-0. Back here at the friendly confines. Top of inning number 7. Now at the plate, Mason Wynn. And the right-hander back to work. Dives, and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time, though. And a tough play with a fast runner, but they get the out.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down. And big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Here's the left fielder. 1 for 3. First pitch misses.
1-0.
One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right center field. Bellinger drifts towards it and puts the squeeze on that one. And a couple of quick outs.
The pitcher, number 39.
2 outs, base is empty. Miles Michaelis next up for the Cardinals. Time asked for at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
Broken bat, roller to first. Torkelson tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Time called as the pitching coach makes a visit to the mound. One reliever still getting loose out in the pen. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Andrew Bellotti.
Now,
compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
The pitch. And ball 1.
1-0.
Center field, and it drops in.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
And now the 0-1. And a foul ball. The 0-2. And delivers outside.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And up next for Chicago, Spencer Torkelson. And there's a strike. The pitch. And a base hit. Happ on his way home. Now a long throw home. He's safe.
That's 3 singles in a row. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the kick.
Tags the runner. And it's a double play. So now pinch hitter for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki.
Pretty surprised they're going with a pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
This one popped up, middle of the infield. Win under it. Makes the catch. And that is that. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Carl Edwards Jr.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Goldie now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Brendan Donovan next up for the Cardinals. On a line, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Sizing this one up. And there's 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Demetrius Lewis. And first offering is fouled off. The Cardinals up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And that's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Now, Nolan Arenado. And the right-hander deals. There's a swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
All loaded up here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Bottom of the 8th. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. Here comes a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So digging in, Mike Tauchman. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way.
Off-balance feed, there's one. Throw to first, safe. 2 on with 1 out. Christopher Morel getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Goes down looking.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. Fastball for a strike. And a pitch. Line drive. Lewis brings it in with a nice running grab. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Adbert Alzolay.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And a pitch. In the air, right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Now the left fielder. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. So he goes the opposite way with that one. Home run number 10 on the year, and they add a run. It's 14-1.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting a ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
Stepping in, Andrew Bellotti. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So the lineup flips over. And now Paul Goldschmidt. Ripped to short. Swanson fires over to first. And they get Goldschmidt for the out. And that is that. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Bottom 9. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Bellotti back to work. Bellotti, 6'1" righty. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. The pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And Swanson is set down.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to field that on the backhand and gather himself, get his feet underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
And now Spencer Torkelson. He swings and fouls one off. The Cubs with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. That's a laser base hit.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now it's Yan Gomes. That's in there, and that's strike 1. That's towards center. Settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the pitcher.
So they're down to their final out. Adbert Alzolay, the next Cub to hit. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
Another day, another win. I really think this team has forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
14-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shaw.